Save our beaches. All the vacant homes. Huge. These are like from 500,000 up. All the way down the beach. Most of them owned by Americans. And saying save our beach. I agree with that. Save our beach. This is Canadian soil. Across that lake. Oh, zoom doesn't work when I'm in record mode. I don't know if you can see it in the background is the mountains of, what is it? Like Holiday Valley, oh, I can't remember what you call them now. Anyway, you know, Holiday Valley. And, apparently this is a free country, but I can't walk over there. Not without all these certificates and people searching me and fondling me and basically sexually abusing you, detaining you. I got a passport that says you should be given help where needed to pass unhindered without let or want. Either we're going to start enforcing these laws, as they say, or we're going to have to start giving up on them. There is no law that makes people be nice to each other, but there's a lot of laws that make them rotten to each other. We can no longer use the law to rape, murder, and pillage each other and the only home that any of us are ever going to know. Do we want it looking like that? Do we want a clusterfuck and spend most of our lives organizing how we're going to pay bills, standing in line, getting our drugs at Tim Hortons, scrambling to buy cucumbers, not knowing how to bake our own bread, and couldn't survive in nature if our fucking lives depended on it? And meanwhile, we got people out there that will argue, I don't like your language. I don't like your pollution. Fuck's just a word. But cutting down millions and millions of acres, which, by the way, most of North America clear-cut only a few hundred years ago. Even the big trees that you see around here are just young, new little babies barely reaching their, what would you call that, maturity? You know, we're all in these vibratory levels, they say, reaching our maturity on our journey. A lot of these trees haven't even reached consciousness yet. Many of them do in time. Are we thinking yet? Hopefully at least one thing I've said here inspires at least one person in a way they hadn't thought of things before. Love makes the world go round? Bullshit. Right now, if I don't got money, I got nothing, right? I got loads of love. No way to express it. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and I hope each and every one that ever hears this will appreciate that and try and at least do the same. It seems that those that have the most and can make the biggest changes are all nice and cozy with their little manufactured blown meat hot dogs at McDonald's, their pseudo coffee caffeine fix at Timmy's, and their Walmart shopping extravaganzas. And they complain people are greedy. They say things are never going to change. They can't imagine doing without their bread ovens and their toaster ovens. What do people really want? Is this the life we all wanted to create for ourselves? A world of law, rules, and restrictions? Or do we want freedom? Imagine freedom for a moment. The bliss and ecstasy of having your own place, self-sufficient. I personally have a network of friends. Sure, it's on Facebook, on the computer. It might be all just an illusion, but I've seen and tested a lot of them on the basic levels, in person. And I know that when we put all the ideals together of all these great people, not just people like me, you, whomever, the neighbors in the neighborhood, none of them so far are government officials or high-ranking ones. I've been to the churches around here. Most of them are closed. You got to make an appointment during business hours to talk to anybody in that line of work. The MPs don't want to talk to you unless you got a 30-page document and it meets their agenda. Radio stations won't put anything on unless it passes their screening. It's a 2-year process. Art galleries can't afford to put your stuff out because you're not making any profit. You're not a world-renowned, educated PhD artist with a name and title. Most of you know what I'm talking about if you're an artist for real. This is the most beautiful thing that I've seen anywhere this morning besides the lake. Me, my shadow, snow. Because it's real. It's natural. Man-made stuff has a signature attached to it. It's called money. No matter where you go in the world, go into a natural setting and you can pick out in an instant, even a fragment on the ground of plastic, and you know that was man-made. Why? Why is it we can differentiate nature from the illusion? There's not one thing mankind has ever done or made that nature hasn't already done first and did it better. It's time for us to go home. Time for us to get back to nature. I've been out all night in the desert trying to cleanse my sins. I found out I don't have any. Not anymore. I'm speaking out against things that I don't appreciate, like, want, or need. And I'm not doing it on behalf of myself. I'm doing this for Earth. Because quite frankly, the rest of you, and don't take this personal, anyone, I'm venting. Fuck right off. This is where we're going to put the high-rise. This is the only entrance to this beach that I know of for several miles either direction. Oh no, wait a minute, that's not true. There's one just up the road there. It's about a mile or so away. Here we go. Oh, there. You paid for your parking tickets? Paid? No overnight parking. Violators will be fined and vehicles towed. No dogs allowed. It's a bylaw. Signs, signs everywhere, signs. Buying and selling, purchasing, destroying. Everything man-made has a dollar figure attached to it. Everything, without exception. Everything. Everything. Do we want a free world? Or prison fences? Or we can look at beautiful nature, sunshine, and so on through the glasses of mankind's corruption. I don't tell anyone what to do ever. I'll say my opinion, I'll give my thoughts. Do as you fucking want, just don't hurt. And this kind of crap that I'm seeing around me, that hurts me, everyone. No matter what anyone else says, I know Mother Earth is alive. Somebody, somewhere, sometime has to be the voice speaking out and saying, hey, stop abusing me, you're hurting me. Either you're going to stop, or as our numbers grow, people, they'll have no choice. This used to all be trees, dense forest, humongous trees. Rocks, water flowing all over the place. Teeming with life. Right now, been here several weeks, well actually a couple months. You know what, I've seen a couple of raccoons, a couple of squirrels, a few birds, and a skunk. That's it, even in the woods. Oh, and some dead fish on the shore. And zombies called people walking all over the place, oblivious to the fact that they're mutilating the living fuck. Shitting and pissing all over our home, and then they have the nerve to tell me I gotta live clean and decent. Stop smoking and drinking. There's a metaphor in everything. I didn't ask for this shit put down the road. The hydro lines that mess up our electrical grids for the natural resonance and magnetic frequencies of Earth. Yes, people. A lot of the UFO guys have made that seem like it's a little bit silly, but those grid patterns exist. There's nodal points, there's magnetic points. A high school student can check it out with a regular fucking magnet. And later I'll be posting some things on my website to show and prove how all these statements can be backed up factually, scientifically. I mean, the whole global warming thing and everything, every issue boils down